literally had just sat down at my gate to relax for a few minutes before it was time to board. And once I sat down, I kind of, did the normal looking around, and in front of me, about 15 feet, I saw an older lady laying on the floor. I got a little concerned when I saw the gal that was assisting her. She looked a little bit panicked, I guess. She appeared to be checking the lady's pulse. I left my bag, I walked over there, asked if I could help and if the lady was okay, and she said, well, I'm not sure if I can feel her pulse. So I knew at that moment I was gonna have to do something. I checked the lady's pulse. She did not have a pulse, and she was not breathing, and visibly appeared to be not doing well. I just started doing CPR, as we've learned all these, years. It's funny because I just renewed my CPR about a month ago, and with the guidelines having changed, the focus is on compressions and not so much breathing if you don't have the mouth barrier, which I did not have at that time. So I gave her compressions before I resumed. Compressions, she started breathing a little bit, and sure enough just started breathing more and deeper, and checked her pulse, and her pulse was back, and she started to come around with just the compressions that I had given. So I was amazed. She appeared to be maybe mid-70s from what I thought, but come to find out she was 90 years old and had been traveling alone. By the time I was boarding on the plane, she was sitting up and talking. She wasn't feeling that great, but they were insisting that she be taken to the hospital, and she was even kind of arguing with the paramedics. I worked in emergency for a few years, and I worked, all over hospitals, and you're always part of a team. And I always wondered about, if this would happen someday, and surely that there would be somebody else in the airport that would step forward and say, hey, I can help. And that didn't happen. It was just me. I don't even know if she knows about me or not, and certainly I wasn't concerned that she did. The police officer got my name and information and that, but then I literally got on my plane and carried on with my travels. Would have been a different story if she wouldn't have made it. It really would have, changed the day for me, but it had a good outcome. As a healthcare professional, you just don't even think twice. You're not looking for those things to happen, but I didn't even give it a moment's thought. I just jumped up. You gotta help. It innately comes to you, whether I guess you're a nurse or a doctor or anybody in the healthcare field. I just thought, I gotta help this lady. I can't just sit here and wonder if everything's okay. So I'm glad I did.